Hello, my beautiful goddesses. Welcome to my channel. I am Polkis. I am a money coach. I'm a real estate investor. I am a day trader and stock investor. But most importantly, I am a mom and a wife. That's like my favorite thing to do. But welcome to my channel if you're new here. I want to share a little bit more behind the scenes, something I've been doing in the past 8 months, almost 9 months that I've been doing. You know, ladies, I always love to expand my wealth consciousness, sharpen my skills, learn everything that has to do with money. And the more I learn, the more I find out I don't know. And the more I keep learning, the more I find out there is more to learn. And I always say I'm always a student of life, always with my brain open, my mind open to continue to learn. And today I want to share something that I've been doing these past 8 months, and it's day trading. Yes, I joined this day trading group and it's been amazing, and I want to share my experience because I've been day trading every day of the week, Monday through Friday, when the market opens, and it's been an amazing growing experience. I've been investing more heavily in the stock market. I'm going to talk about the difference when it comes to stocks, investing long-term stocks, and day trading, which is a little more rapid, more quick, more in the moment when the market opens or throughout the day when the market is open, you know, open hours, business hours, hello. And also I chin my toes in the water when it comes to crypto. I'm very excited because I always wanted to do this by myself. At the beginning, my husband is the one who controlled, you know, the big stock accounts. He taught me how to open mine with my broker in my bank, and he kind of like let me. He's very wise. He's always been an investor, like probably since he was a kid. There is literally pictures of him in the rental properties in diapers. I kid you not. My mother-in-law gave me that picture, and I'm like, this is going to our kids. Like, this is, look at your dad. Anyways, so he's the one that kind of like, you know, helped me invest, taught me how to invest. And then I started reading books. I mean, you ladies here, I have shared my story in Spanish and English, how I got so fascinated about the concept of wealth consciousness, money. I don't come from a wealthy family at all. I was born and raised in Guatemala. Orgullosamente Chapina. I had to learn this on my own. I became an engineer, but you know, in engineering, we'll be calculating the mass of an object, the velocity of an object, and how to build buildings literally, but not how to read the market and how to invest. And I'm very passionate about when it comes to talking about money, learning about money from a more spiritual way where we can expand our consciousness or wealth consciousness. So if you never heard of the term day trading, let's talk about that. So day trading is a short-term trading strategy where traders buy or sell financial assets in the market like stocks, option, crypto within the same day. So in the same day, you're gonna sell or buy and close the trade within minutes, hours, within the trading day. This is day trading. That's why it's like a single day, not compared to like the long-term stocks, right? That's like long-term. So traders buy or sell to profit from these like small movements in the market. It requires quick decision-making, regulated nervous system. It also requires making technical analysis, which means you're gonna study the charts, see how the market is moving, what has done in the past, and then you can do some technical analysis to see when to enter a sell or a buy. And it also requires a lot of emotional discipline. I think that's one of the biggest things, because if the technical analysis is there, but there is no emotional discipline or a lot of ego, then this can go in a very nasty, negative way. And this requires emotional discipline and quick decision making, because as the trades often change, right? It can go within minutes, 30 minutes, and the market can move very fast. It's very volatile, and you can lose or make a lot of money. Day trading is fast-paced, is high risk, but it definitely offers immediate results when you execute with skills. So that's the difference between day trading and now long-term investing. Is when you buy the stock, when you buy the asset, either a commodity and a stock or a dividend or an ETF, and then you let it grow, you let it do its job, like you let it cook for months or days, and you can execute. Or if you buy a trade and it went up, then you can probably sell it at a higher price, and then you cash your money out, but you're not constantly checking it, right? So that's the difference. If you never heard of day trading, then that's kind of like a short-term explanation. So that's what I got myself into in the past 8 to 9 months. I found this group. I met one of my amazing mentors in person, and when she started talking about investments and money, I'm like, girl, come talk to me, like, let's talk money. And like I've been doing these events and then coaching sessions when it comes to money, so we click since day one. And then she invited me to learn a little more about the stock market. And I kid you not, like I had some knowledge about it because, as I mentioned, my husband was helping me invest in long-term, dividends and ETFs and like some stocks. But I didn't know how to do any technical analysis, how to read some charts. I didn't even know what opening bell means, which is when the stock market opens in New York, like the NASDAQ and all of that. I knew nothing about it. And if you know me, I love everything that has to do with investments. I've been focusing a lot on real estate. That's where most of our wealth is, where most of our focus goes to, and everything. We're like investors in real estate, and that's where I was investing my time, energy, and money. So now that this opportunity came to me, I took it without hesitation because I was intimidating how to invest. And I remember I read this book, Guide to Investing from Robert Kiyosaki, and other books about investing in the stock market, and I had no clue what they were talking about. I didn't understand the lingo, but I still listen. I love money books. I'm always growing my wealth consciousness, always learning. And it sounded intimidating because in the book, they don't go in depth. They just kind of like talk about it, but then obviously they're not gonna hold my hand and tell me how to day trade, how to, like do all these things and invest in crypto and what to buy, what not to buy, when to sell. So I didn't know how to do it. So in this group, basically, there is many mentors there. There is like weekly classes that I started joining. I started joining every morning, opening bell at 8:30 here in Texas or Central Time. And everything was so fast-paced, very intimidating at the beginning, but something about me, if it's intimidating, I'm gonna do it. I love challenge, I love risk, I love challenge, and that's why I think I was an engineer. Right? They say it's mostly men and it's very challenging, and I'm like, I'm here for the challenge. I love numbers, I love money, and I'm like, let's go in it. I feel like this opportunity came to me and I took it because I love challenge. I love to learn, I love to expand, and I was very excited to have a group of people, of mentors that are experts, that know what they're doing, and this is something I wanted to learn. So I started at the end, kind of like at the end of last year, and I was not in a good emotional state. If you watched some of my videos before, I shared that I went through a period of grief where I lost my nephew, and then I had a miscarriage of her second baby, and it was a very dark period of my time. So I was in a lot of scarcity, loss, feeling, and energy around me. So this is when I started, and I was happy because I was taking a break from everything, from coaching, from events, from everything, and I was just focused on learning about the stock market. And I feel that kept me kind of busy, like sane, motivated. And at the same time, when I started trading, I lost a lot of money because I was in a state of loss. Remember, I was going through grief, and I'm glad it happened then because it didn't hurt. I was already losing so much, and I'm like, what else can I lose? So I ended up losing a couple of grand. And I told my husband, if I lose this money, it's gonna be okay. Like they always tell you in this group, don't invest what you're not ready to lose, because the scared money is not gonna make any money, right? You don't put that energy there. And that's something I always teach. The energy that you put, that you pay, that you invest, that means how the money is gonna go. And I was very aware of that, and I love that this experience happened to me because it taught me a lot of things that me as a money coach, something that is in her wealth journey of continuously expand my consciousness when it comes to abundance, and in hopes of like also teaching it back, teaching it to my daughter, teaching it to another woman that can relate to me. I am still learning. I am still in my growth, in my journey, and I just love to share. But that happened the first month, and I'm glad it happened then, because after, I started healing and I started doing, and that was reflecting in my income. That's when I started making more money in my stocks, in my stock portfolio, and I started profiting from day trading. Also, to mention that day trading is a very, very difficult skill to learn at the beginning, because it's very fast paced, high risk, and if you're not comfortable losing, if you have a lot of ego or you're attached emotionally to your initial investment, of course it's not gonna go your way and you're gonna feel like a failure, and that's totally normal. I don't think day trading is for everybody, but if you feel that you can learn to manage your emotions, to learn and to show up every day, because this is literally, I feel like I'm in school, I feel like I'm in college again, because I'm doing classes every day, learning every day, practicing on my own from demo accounts, which are like fake money accounts, like monopoly accounts, where you can put a fake money account and then you day trade to learn. I do that in the middle of the day, just trying, and then now I feel more comfortable doing mine. Now I'm profiting from day trading, and I love also long-term stocks. I investing heavily in that. I feel very comfortable with that. I'm a more chill person, I notice, and this is something that day trading expanded me a lot and showed me what type of investor I am. I'm more of a soft life girl. I like things more chill. I'm very spoiled. My husband has me very spoiled, and this is kind of like my passion, right? I love learning about money, and he's like, how much money do you need? Let's invest this. I trust you. And then I'm like, but we need to be okay losing it. He's like, no worries, I trust you, because you enjoy it. You love money, you love sharing. So I have his support, and it's so amazing, right? So when I came into day trading, everything was like a little more fast paced, and I'm like, girl, I'm not trying to rush. I'm a soft girl. And I feel like trading brought a lot of things, even as a money coach, even as me helping other women. I am very honest about it. I love being honest and brutally honest and transparent. I even found some buried limiting beliefs I had around money, especially because this is high pressure, fast paced, and I was learning the skill. Now that I learned the skill, now I'm more regulated emotionally. Like I lost before, made it back. Now I'm like, okay, well, what else can I lose? I already went through that. So it showed me a lot. So here are some of the things. I made some notes that I wanted to share so I don't forget. Number one is reading the charts or reading the stock market. That's just the surface. Many people pull out their phone and they're like, oh, look, the stock went up. Yeah, it went up, it will come down. Or the stock market crashed. Yeah, it crashed, it will go up again. Like that's what's been doing for years, right? Since the stock market opened, it goes up and back, up and down. So reading the charts is just the surface. Like it does take technical analysis, and technical analysis is important, which means doing some research on how the stock is moving or the commodity is moving, and you can kind of like predict what it can happen, but it's not for sure. Nobody really knows if it's gonna go up and down. Nobody. You can just make an educated guess through technical analysis. And also I learned that mindset is everything. How you react, how your nervous system is regulated, your emotions, your thought process. I always think about like in abundance. I love all this abundance energy, but I notice when my mood, when my emotions, when I feel lost, when I feel grief, it didn't go as well. And I loved it, because I'm like, I'm gonna teach from a better place now, because I'm going through this loss, this emotion, and this is proof. I was so happy I went through it, because I'm living proof that when your vibration, when it comes to money, it's awful, it's bad, it's in scarcity, you're gonna lose more money. But when you vibrate from abundance, when you don't attach ego to the outcome, when you don't get clinch to a trade because you are fearful of losing it, because you're ready to blow another account, when you're free, money flows. And I am experimenting with this so much, especially when I first started the first months. I didn't know anything. I just jumped in there like, I don't know. And because I was going through grief, it didn't go as well. And then later, when I started healing, when I started opening my heart again, when I put in practice, let me see, I feel great today, I feel detachment, I feel this, let's try. And surprisingly, it went my way. And I was experimenting with this so much. So mindset is everything. And you can learn to read, you can learn the technical thing, but if you have fear of investing, of losing big amount of money, then if you're scared of losing $20, $200, how are you supposed to be a millionaire? Millionaires lose thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in investments. And thankfully, I was already comfortable investing big amounts because of real estate. You know, real estate is more slow, but it's bigger investments, like the down payments, especially for bigger properties or commercial. The down payment is bigger than investing, let's say, the 10 shares of an $100 stock, you will be around $1,000, right? It's nothing comparable with 300K for a down payment of a property, depending where or what type of property. So I was already like expanded in that area, but real estate is slow. You have time to think. In day trading is kind of like fast. I need more emotional control, and I've been practicing on that, being more fast investor, and I'm loving that. And the second lesson I learned is that ego will lose you money. I made a video talking about ego and how ego is blocking our wealth, but ego sometimes made me say hold on, or don't let go, or send another trade, buy another trade, because it's like you need to get your money back. And it ended up costing me more money, and I had to recognize and have high awareness to be like, no, Olga, now you're trading from ego. That is not healthy. Remember, frequency and vibration will go there from ego, from fear. You're gonna lose more money. And I was proving a theory. I'm like, let's try it so I can prove my theory. And of course it went wrong. But you know, I'm the kind of kid that they say it's hot and they're like, I'm gonna go touch it. And my mom is like, it's hot. That was me. That's me sometimes. So ego definitely has to be very controlled when it comes to being an investor. I made a video about that. I will leave it in the description box below. But also the money, the moment you think you master a skill, the moment you think that you master trading gold or trading US 30 or trading another commodity, the market will humble you down real quick. Girl, when I say real quick, I mean quicker than you blink. So I love these because this keeps me on check. This keeps me like motivated and on check, and it keeps me a student of life. I love being in rooms when there is wealthier people than me, when there is more smart people than me, and they know what they're doing, and I just sit down and I'm like, you tell me what to do. Always be a student, always be humble to learn. There is no competition. There is enough money for everybody. There is enough abundance for everybody. We're learning a skill when it comes to day trading or investing your own money without paying someone else or a middleman, a financial advisor that is going to keep 6-10% of your investments. You're learning it on your own. So have some grace with yourself, have some patience, and be humble. Seriously, I love when the market humbles me because it pays me, but also it's like, girl, be on check. Also, third thing I learned is emotional discipline is way better than a strategy. Sometimes, you know, in the group, they'll tell us what to buy, what to sell. And if I already made the money for the day, let's say that I already made my percentage for the day, discipline, it's like, no, I have to get off. Sometimes I delete the apps from my phone. That's how serious I am. I'm gonna delete the chat, delete everything from my phone and be like, until I get back home and check my computer. Because discipline, I noticed that the most wealthy investors or the most successful day traders, they have a lot of discipline. And it's not surprise, right? Like every athlete, every person that has discipline in what they're doing, even in workouts, even in investing, even in eating right, or doing a business, discipline, it's what is going to make us successful. It's not the strategy. Also, day trading forced me to regulate my nervous system when it comes to quick losing and making money in real time. Real time, when the market opens, when everything is chin, 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 over there in New York stock market, it helped me regulate. As I say, I'm more relaxed, I'm more chill. Real estate is like bigger chunks, but you have time to process. Or we love stocks and dividends that pay us every month, like that's like a month of payment. Or stocks, it will move relatively slow in the days or weeks compared to day trading. And I love that. It pushed me, it sharpened me, it put me kind of like, okay, instead of walking, let's jog a little, let's have that heart pumping a little. And now I feel 8 months later way more regulated, way more surrounded. Here in day trading, you learn emotional control, nervous system regulation, and learning the technical skill all at once. So it is, yes, amazing roller coaster, and you make a lot of money, and that's where you have to control your ego and have emotional discipline on getting off the markets. Because if you made your money, get out. You're done. Okay, now your ego wants to make double than that to prove something or someone that is not worth proving. Number 4 thing that I learned is that limiting beliefs around money still showed up. Okay, remember, I love learning about money, and I'm still a student of life. I'm still in my journey. And even as a money coach, as an investor, scarcity of not enough still showed up. Especially when I was going through grief, as I mentioned, I felt scarcity. I felt lost. I'm like, God, am I really losing everything now? I mean, I already had 2 big losses. What else do you want me to lose? This money, take it. And I felt that, and this helped me. And day trading really helped me relieve some hidden layers of my relationship with money that I didn't know were still there. Because I was, it's like that muscle that you don't use it. And the moment, the day you do that workout, it will hurt the next day. I'm like, what? I didn't know I have this type of muscle, this side of, the leg or whatever. And because it was so quick paced, it showed me some of the emotional beliefs I had with money, and I'm glad they came out the surface, because I love to grow, I love to heal, and I'm like, bring them out. Well, let's take care of them. Let's talk about it. Let's journal about it. Let's reframe it. Let's practice more. Let's learn more technical skills. And being surrounded by wealthy mentors, by people that only talk about money and growth and God, has really made it a difference. Because I notice when I talk with people, or I mention that I'm an investor, people just like, oh, that's risky. That's like, whatever, like that's a scam. And I'm like, I can't be sharing those things with people that don't believe in that or are not doing that, because then it's gonna put more fear, it's gonna put their limiting beliefs in me. But when I'm surrounded with this, group and everything, everybody's winning, they share their wins, their losses, it's a positive group. So the mentors always tell us, hey, this is mental, this is technical, like it's both in one. So being surrounded by that type of people in this group has helped me expand my wealth consciousness and also continually learn. Now I'm a full investor. I always say I'm an investor because we have businesses, real estate, but now I invest personally in the stock market and day trading, and that feels amazing. And also it helped me teach better about money, because I'm doing it from my own experience of losses, of wins, of a strategy learning, of expanding my own wealth consciousness, so I can teach from my embodiment. I love teaching from embodiment. Other thing that I learned is that losses are part of the game. That's just part of the game in any relationship, in money, in business, and in day trading. We have to learn how to detach from the outcome. Losses are gonna happen, and sometimes they teach you better things and how to control emotionally or regulate better. Also, learning to forgive myself if there is a bad trading day, or the stock market didn't go the way I wanted or we projected it will go. It's okay, we'll come back. Money, remember, it leaves when you put good intention, and it will come back when you're ready to receive more. So going into this spiral after bad trade is not healthy, is not okay, and it won't do any good. Now I feel like more grounded investor, because I went through these high risk, high active thing, and now I feel like that helped me regulate, it helped me overcome losses. And now when I go back to real estate, I'm like, oh, this is slower. I have less fear now of going into this, because this is slower. It's like bigger chunks but slower, so I feel like more calm about it, because I've been through like high emotion training, so I feel like that helped me be more surrender, more calm. I feel that it also helped my intuition, because when you work under pressure, you know how you're gonna react, you know how you're gonna do this, so you predict. And I feel like that intuition got stronger, believe it or not, when it comes to money and investing. And I know how to read my body. If my body contracts about a trade or a stock, I won't do it. And it helped me be more in tune with my emotional body, with my intuition. If I don't like an investment and it doesn't feel right, I'm not gonna do it. As before, I didn't know, I'll just do all the investments, and now I'm like, no, I get to be picky in where I put my money, and it's a beautiful thing. I feel that now I feel like I can teach more from a lived volatile experience, because being a investor in the stock market, you doing your own things, that's like, oh my god, that's so sexy when it comes to a woman. Girl, I buy my own investments, I can read my own charts, I can read the market, I can read the financial news and all this terminology. And I think it's a beautiful thing for women to know these things. So day trading has been one of the most spiritual, confronting things I have done when it comes to money. And I love that I had to, you know, deal with my emotions, be more emotionally regulated, overcome some limiting beliefs that came out when it came to money, overcome losses, think more in abundance, learn the technical skills on how to day trade or invest in crypto, in the stock market, all the digital wallets, the brokers, withdrawing money, doing all of these things. I feel that it really expanded my consciousness and helped me grow. And if you're thinking about day trading or learning how to invest in the stock market or start investing in crypto, then I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you to take that leap, to start learning either on your own through books. But if you're ready for that group of mentors to guide you, hold your hands, teach you while you make money, then I feel that this group might be for you. Maybe you heard about day trading or anything. I will leave the link where you can sign up for Tuesdays. Every Tuesday there is a guest call where you can see how we day trade. You don't have to put camera, no mic on, no anything. 8:30 Central Time, you can see how day trading is. You can see the charts when the stock market opens. So it's free. You can just join, see if that's for you, see what we do there. I'll leave the link below where you can get the links for the Tuesday day trading sessions when the market opens, or every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think, or Thursday. There is like 3 guest calls at night that you can learn more about this group and see if this group, OVG, that's the name of the organization, is for you. I welcome you, ladies. I'm part of this group for 9 months, and I have grown so much, not just financially, spiritually, but emotionally. And I wouldn't suggest if this didn't work for me, or if this is something that is not good. So I will leave that link below. Let me know if you have any questions, or you would love to learn more about day trading, or maybe you're a day trader and you just found me here, or you're investing in the stock market. Let me know. Let me know. Thank you for watching this video, and let me know if you want me to talk more about day trading and investing. I love you, ladies. Bye.